Hello guys, this is Somewhere again, and today I got a good news. I finally get to Unreal. Again, yes, again. I already did it in the old season, the OG season, and today I finally, in the Chapter 5 season, was able to hit the Unreal. It was a crazy match. A lot of things happened. It was really tough, let me tell you, to get from Elite to Unreal. But in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it so you can recreate that on your gameplays and actually did it as I did it. So no more to say. Let's start with this now. Alright guys, as I mentioned, I already get to the Unreal. It was an amazing experience, and let me tell you, I did it in 1 month. I've been playing the game for around 2 hours in a day. Some days I cannot play, some days I do play 2 or a little bit more than that, but it took me 30 days to go from gold. I believe I started on gold 2 all the way to Unreal, which I hit today. And let me tell you, the way I did it, a lot of people don't think it works like that, but you have to separate the game between the elo where you at. And I spoke about that already in my previous video, but today I'm going to tell you what exactly I did to get there so fast. And I know some people will say a month, that's a lot, but believe me, it's not. There are people with thousands of games trying to get there and they haven't get there. And more important, I get to the Unreal winning the match. So yes, I won the match and then I passed Unreal. And believe me, winning a match in Champion, it is really crazy. It is tough. A lot of good players are there, but that's how I did it. So let me give you the steps I took to actually move so fast. And hopefully this can help everybody on the game. As I mentioned before, the game changed and it's not only about eliminations. I know a lot of people focus on eliminations, but depending on the elo you are, eliminations are important. And the more you move up in the rank elos, the eliminations became not that amazing or important to move forward. So let me explain you how I did it. The first week and a half, I went really fast from gold all the way to diamond. Yes, all the way to diamond. It took me not that much of time, and the strategy I was using was trying to jump in a kind of like a busy place, not like those crazy places where everybody jump in the medallions and all that. No, but something in some of those bunkers that people was trying to get, and I was getting 2 or 3 eliminations around there. Then on the mid time of the game, I was actually looting really well and preparing myself to all the way to the end of the game. And I was getting around 7 to 8 kills per game when I was playing on this elo from gold all the way to diamond. So that was a strategy I actually took. I was using a sniper all the time, the shockwaves, of course, the best weapons I believe in the game, the EMP or the shield breaker or the electric grenades. For me, that's the best weapon that exists right now, and that's the one that actually helped me to move from gold all the way to Unreal. And actually, I get a lot of points using those grenades at the end in Elite, Champion, and Unreal. And a lot of people using it, but not many people use those grenades because they're not that popular, right? But they help you a lot. So from gold all the way to diamond, I was using snipers for sure. I was using the auto shotgun that has to be in your loot forever. I was keeping shield with me, and I was using one rifle sometimes, and the pistols with the shield, of course, is like an overpowered weapon right now. So you can take advantage of that one and move over. So again, jumping in not a crowd place, that's how I did it. Then from not a crowd place, trying to get a few eliminations there in the mid game. If you can get eliminations, that's what we find. That's what I was trying to not do. I was just trying to be ready by the end of the game. And when I say ready by the end of the game, I'm talking about from when there are only 20 players left all the way to the end. I was able to win a few matches doing that strategy. And I was scaling really fast because when you are in those elos, the eliminations counts a lot. And if you are able to get to the final part of the match and get a few eliminations there, those give you a lot of points. So that's how I did it. It took me a week and a half, something around that, from gold to diamond. And of course, I was taking advantage of the cars. Cars in these seasons are different. You can move really fast with them. You can engage in battles using the car. I was using that a lot. That strategy, especially in the low elo, people doesn't know how to react when you approach them with a car. And also, if you hear people having battles or trying to eliminate themselves with other people, I was just reaching them really fast using a car, and then I was getting the eliminations when they were really low in health. So that's the way I did it first. It helped me to move from gold again to diamond really fast, and I highly recommend you to, see what would help you from this video. Again, sniper is really useful. The shield breaker grenades, best weapon ever. You need shockwaves, of course, or something for mobility, whatever works for you. You always have to keep those. Those are the ones I were using, and I was keeping a rifle, which I was not using, but from elite all the way to real. And I want to talk a little bit more about that when we get to that section of the video. But that was the strategy I took. So now let's talk when I hit elite. Elite all the way to unreal. Elite was actually the most difficult elo in my case. I was stuck in elite, I believe, for a week. Yeah, maybe a week and a half, something like that. It was, I know elite was the one that took me the most. I was trying to do the same strategy, and I figured out right away that was not working for me. You cannot just try to get elimination elite just like you do or you try to do in the low elos. That doesn't work that well. And also, really important, you cannot, you don't get many points in elite when you get eliminations at the beginning of the game. You don't. You get a few points, maybe 2 or 3, maximum 3, if you get 4 or 5 kills there at the beginning of the game. The important part in elite champion, and all the way when you hit unreal, is that you, in those elos, you have to stay alive all the way to the end of the match. It is unbelievable. You can have a match where you don't have any eliminations and you are in the last 8, 5, and you still getting points. But I was getting matches when I get 6 eliminations at the beginning of the game. I was getting eliminated when was 40 players left, and I was losing points. 5, 3. It was getting crazy. The amount of points was losing. So I had to change my strategy over there when I get to elite. The way I did it was I start jumping in places, no crowd at all. I'm posting right now the places I was jumping. You can see they're not that popular, but they got something in common. They have something that can help me to run away. They either have a car in case someone arrived first than me. They also have a jump pack in case someone arrived again first than me. I was able to just jump away. So that's what I was using there, and it was really useful to help me out. Then the other thing I was thinking is, hey, okay, first of the game, I'm not getting points at all, so let me jump in places where I can loot really well. If you get a good one elimination, that will be fine. Let's try to stay alive all the way to the last 20, and that's what I was using. That's what I was doing when I was doing when I was in the league. So I was staying alive all the way to, or doing my best. Sometimes it's impossible, I know that, but I was doing my best, staying alive all the way to the end of the match, last 20, last 15, last 10. I won a few matches doing that strategy. I was getting like 4, 5 kills in some eliminations. Some others I only get 2. I was getting in some other matches I was getting 7, 8. No more than that. I believe the biggest I have in the league was 12, and that was really a lucky match because it was just like 12 in Unreal. Believe me, it's not. It's in elite or champion or Unreal. It's not that common, right? So that's how I did it. I switched my strategy completely. I started using my mind a little bit more. Again, eliminations are not as good as they are. And the way I was doing is jumping in not a busy place, looting really well, moving a lot with cars, not just walking because for sure someone is going to hit you. So I was using cars a lot, keeping always shield grenades because breaking shield grenades, the EMP, because those help me to break cars, reduce the shield of the other players because everybody used cars in that, and then without a shotgun that I was using as well, get 2 or 3 hits to the players and they were done. My life was most of the time full in life. So that's how I did in Elite. And I speak about Elite by itself, because believe me, it was really difficult for me to get out of that. It took me a week and a half, and I think it was the longest one I took. Actually, champion, only be from champion, from the beginning of champion all the way to real, it took me a week, and I was not playing every day, and I was playing maximum 2 hours a day. So that's how I did in Elite. Now let's talk about Champion all the way to Unreal. In this, I keep almost the same strategy. I only switch one thing. I stopped using rifles completely. I was having mobility, the EMP grenades, snipers, and the auto shotguns, and maybe some shields sometimes or something else. But I was using the sniper as my rifle. Why is that? Well, believe me, right? I mean, everybody uses sniper on those, and everybody's scared. And in my case, I'm really good with the sniper, so I was able to hit once, switch to shotgun, hit the shotgun. That's it. Lead the match. If someone approached me with a car, throwing two EMP grenades, break the shield, car stop, approaching. That's it. Get the kills. And also, I was doing the same strategy, jumping in a not busy place, trying to look really well, then move to the middle of the game using cars, seeing if I can steal some eliminations by seeing other people fighting and me approaching them. And then at the end of the game, when things get really, really, really crazy, I start to get as many eliminations as I can. But the funny part is that in the last match, I was following my strategy and everything changed. I did not have I was using a rifle. I was using the other shotgun. I was using the sniper. I had one thing to run, and I was just moving with my car, trying to stay alive because it was tough since the beginning. Everybody tried to kill me. I was about to die a bunch of times. And if you see the video, I show you when I won the match, I got 11 of hell. That's all. And before that, I eliminated a player with 3 medallions, and that's why my shield went up. Plus, of course, I was using some shield. But as you can see, at the end, when 2 players were fighting, I waited for them to see which one won, and then after that one eliminated the other, I went and approached the final player, and I was able to just give him 2 hits with the shotgun and get the elimination. So this is how I did it. Hopefully you can get something useful from this video. If you like the content, please feel free to like the video and also subscribe for the channel. I will post the strategies I've been using to get to in a video where I go more in deep at the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in Unreal. Thank you.